I don't have my thing loaded on this computer.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not.
Yeah. Hey, everyone. We are live at Solo Bar. You can hear the Misfits in the background, which is kind of fun. One of my favorite bands. And we are busy answering questions. Again, like crazy. Like I'm going to answer one right now. So if you're on the WhatsApp group, team leaders, I'm going to post the Zoom link in WhatsApp, and it's also posted on the C48 Instagram, Facebook page, and Facebook group. So everything is up there for you, but I'll post the link there in just a second. Say hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. My background, so just a blurred 70s psychedelic background today. 48ers. Me too, Kirk. I was going to go with passcode.
Must post the YouTube live feed in the WhatsApp group. That is also on the Facebook page and group and on our Instagram. So you can get it there as well. Oh, we have our first guest.
Nate.
Hello.
Hey. Hey, y'all.
What's up?
Oh, I got to adjust a setting. Got to get
Hold tight.
our audio routed to our headphones.
Hold, please.
All right, can you try talking now?
Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah, there's some loud punk rock going on.
Nice.
Oh, any questions? You good?
We're good. We're just uploading. We're 23% uploaded.
You are looking at Cinema 48. Remind me what your name is?
Night of the Speed Demons.
There you go. Yep. You are on time and eligible. We see it on our end. It's just however long it's going to take to. So how'd your weekend go?
It was pretty crazy. I think we definitely underprepared. I shot most of it and acted in it and then edited half of it. And that was I'm like, man, I need to sleep for 3 days now. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Are you happy with what you accomplished?
Yeah. We
we had it basically cut together by 10 a.m. this morning, and then we just spent the last like 8 hours just like fine tuning stuff, mixing the sound, cutting scenes to make more sense.
I also thought that the prompts we would throw in and they would feel off, but we ended up writing something that
it actually
really incorporated.
Yeah, I think it incorporated all the prompts really well.
Fantastic. I love it. Brett, I think it's been an interesting challenge for everybody. We'll have to see what happens with that prop, but that's really awesome. So
yeah, it was really great. We're really excited.
Yeah.
Good. Anything besides under preparing? Anything you would have done any differently? Do you think?
Just had more people help.
Yeah,
I think
we had. I think next time because we didn't want to have like a too many cooks in the kitchen sort of thing with like too many cast and crew. So we kind of under like invited, thinking, okay, we got the perfect skeleton crew, but then like 3 people backed out like day of.
Yeah.
That happened.
So we could have had more help operating the camera. Yeah. We could have had
three actors.
3 actors backed out. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many actors did you end up with?
Well, we had to fill in. So I'm in it, he's in it, and the other writer is also in it.
7.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah.
7 of our 9 total team members were in it. But we mostly had 3 main roles, and then the rest was just kind of really quick stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that worked out. So you guys.
And we had one of our main characters was actually our friend's puppy, who is in it, and so that was interesting because it's like barely trained.
But he did great. He
did good. He only peed like twice.
Yeah.
So.
On camera? On cue?
Not on camera.
I wish
we
got it. Yeah.
We'd have to change the rating of the film, I think.
You know what they say, never work with animals and children, but hey, there you go. What are you going to do? Well, I mean, we had dogs before that is just really fun. So,
yeah.
So what was your total? You had 9 total crew size? 9 people? So that's not bad.
I mean,
you'd prefer to add like at least 3 or 4 more is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Just to have, like a couple people weren't like filming with us at all. They were just like, we had one person like that, just like my wife like sent in some phone footage for something and like stuff like that. So
one thing that I'm thinking of now during the edit is we didn't realize like with like sound effects just like how hard it is to get the rights for stuff. So we ended up doing like lots with our mouth, like Police Academy or something. But
hey, it's Kirk always tells this story about Monty Python, and the best, gag ever was, they could afford the horses, so they decided to clap coconuts together. Yeah. Exactly. And I mean, how brilliant was that? So you just never know. You just gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, at first we were like, do you think they'll notice? And then we're like, no, like we gotta just play by the rules and like make it happen.
Yeah.
So there's a scene where I bark.
Yeah, because at first we just downloaded like a bunch of sound effects from YouTube, and then we were like, like a dog bark and stuff. So then there's a scene where he just does like a dog bark sound, but then it's also him responding to himself. He's like, "Oh, I hear the dog." That was funny.
I love it. Hey, you never know what's gonna happen. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, totally.
Go answer some. Do you feel confident that you followed the genre, the rules, and that you got your character, your prop, and your line of dialogue?
That stuff is especially pretty front and center. I would say the prompts.
Yeah, especially
because we kind of use that like as writing material. Like
I love it.
I don't know. It just birthed out of that. It actually is funny. We like started kind of in a weird sci-fi dystopian thing, and then it turned into
like in the writing.
It turned into an online roulette thing called Pet Roulette, where you either win a new pet or your pet a taxidermist shows up to your house and stuffs your pet, and so yeah, it's
Well, I
it
now
doesn't.
cannot wait to see that.
We actually had one of the actors drop out because he's an animal rights activist, and he just didn't think it was a good role. And I was like, that's fair. He wasn't offended. He was just like,
Yeah, he was just like,
he's like a big time animal rights activist. And when we told the idea, he was like, I think I'll back this one out.
yeah.
You know, that's we had a similar situation just recently because we also do the Montana 48-hour film project, and we had a team that's done it numerous times with us, and he said, I don't know what happened. I went really dark on the script, and when my actors showed up, they all like did like a intervention and said, we're not doing this script. Like they all were like, we're done. So then he ended up they all were like, we can't do this. And so he ended up making a film about him making a script that was really dark and nobody would do. It worked out well.
Like meta.
Totally right, exactly. And so, you know, sometimes those are the best things. I'm of the opinion that when I see the teams embrace the limitations of, so to speak, of the character, the prop, and the line of dialogue, I think when it just makes it all about that and weaves the story around that, I mean, I feel like sometimes those are just the most brilliant ones that I see. Like you just, you know, you just never know what the creativity is going to come out of that. So I'm looking forward to it. Kirk and I will watch every single one of these because even though we're not judging, we have to go through and make sure that nobody's disqualified. So we have to look for the required elements first. So we will screen all of them ourselves first before they go to the judges. So we get to watch them all behind the scenes first and see what's up. So
make sure you stay till after the credits because there's kind of a little scene right after.
Gotcha. That didn't put you over time, did it?
We got Matthew Broderick to come out and say, you're still here?
Awesome. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it looks like I'm looking right now. Kirk's frantically answering questions on WhatsApp, so he had to jump off.
Yeah, the WhatsApp is going crazy
right now. It's nutso. 12 teams submitted so far on time, eligible.
Out of how many?
54 teams.
Oh, wow.
We had this time.
It's getting down to the wire.
It's really down to the wire. Well, we'll see a lot in the next 30 minutes. We had a lot of last minute people that just like Thursday, we had like 3 teams added. We were like, okay. So it's like, I feel like, you know, knowing all the things that you get up front and in advance, I mean, the information and just preparing and all that kind of stuff. Maybe they were preparing behind the scenes, but I mean, I feel like you get a lot of information even the week prior that you would miss out on if you waited.
There's a lot of fine print that even in the last 2 hours we were like, oh shit, we need to do like the title card and like these things and like the little 48-hour video and stuff.
Yeah, we didn't even realize the title card thing till like, I mean, I read about it months ago, but then I forgot half the stuff.
And that's just it. I mean, it's kind of like we try to, you know, we can't, like we would spend 24 hours a day reminding everybody 24/7 to read the stuff that's on the website and everything. So we try to get that out there, but it's people start seeing stuff at the last minute. And then with Cinema 48, you've got to do it in succession before, you know, you got to do certain things before you can even start your upload. So that's when it kind of, you know, gets a little tricky. But I mean, this whole thing of doing the digital, this is since the pandemic, we never had this upload before. It was always in person.
Oh, I see.
So everybody we would have a location like where we're at now, and everybody would have to bring their files and they would have to be here by 7:30 with their stuff. And that would mean that you got a card that says I'm on time. Yeah. And then you would have turn it in, even if it was after 7:30, as long as you were in line and had your card that says you were on time. You were on time. So it was all in person up until the pandemic sort of created all the digital stuff. But that was kind of the fun part of the competition because we got to see everybody, right? So now we just get to see you virtually and talk to you. But
and unfortunately, we're both away during the screening. But
we're both gonna be out of town. But
well, I mean, we'll have an award screening too. So
We'll
So
definitely
what we'll
be
do-
there. No, I'm just kidding. Oh wait, we can't hear you for
We
some
lost
reason.
your audio.
They lost me. They can't.
Oh,
hear
there
me.
we go.
there.
We hear you
There
now.
we go. Okay. That was Kirk messing around. But we'll have, I can't remember the date of the awards now because I have too many numbers and dates in my brain. Kirk, what's the date of the awards? Do you remember?
August 6th, I believe.
August 6th. Will you be in town for that?
Yep.
There you go.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll show. So what we'll do is we will announce teams that won an award, but not which award it is after the judges come back. So you may know, so that people will know, yeah, we need to plan to be at the awards. We won an award, or hey, we want to go to the awards, right? Anyway, we want everybody to come, but you'll know whether you won an award or not prior. And then you'll find out at the awards screening which awards your team actually wins. So that's kind of how.
When do you find out if you won an award or not? Or when do they send out that notification?
It depends on when the judges get everything back, but we try to do it like
A week before.
a week. Yeah, I say a week would be. So a week before the awards, you'll know, hey, our team won an award. We just don't know what it is, but come see us. Because we'll show all of the films that won an award again. And then we'll give out the awards at the end of it. So you get to screen again if you know.
So
Yeah.
kind of around the time of the initial screening of all the movies.
Say that again.
It's kind of around the time of the initial screening on the 30th. It'll be like, like about a week before.
Around that time. Yeah, I would say, yeah. So, and you're out of town, so we will announce it on our Facebook group and in all of our social media when we do have the teams that have come in as award winning, and we'll announce a list of them, and we'll email out all the teams to that this is which teams won awards, and then so you'll have it somehow, email, social media, all of the above. You'll get that information about a week prior. Well, I'm excited to see your film. Are you tired?
Yeah.
You need about 4 days of sleep now.
Well, I'm personally tired, but I'm so also jacked up on caffeine that I'm I could collapse or I could run around the block. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
Exactly. Any other fun stories you want to leave us with? Did anything fun or interesting happen? Funny story? I always like to hear crazy stories. No, just boring.
Everything's a blur.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some pretty funny stuff that happened, but
Really funny, yeah, but
it's all kind of a blur now.
I think.
I bet.
Yeah.
When you have some sleep and get to recover, your crew mates, your teammates will remind you, hey, remember that, and you'll be like, did that happen?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, just the cool thing is I had access to 2 nights to a warehouse. This is probably a month and a half ago now, and I shot my first short film that I was just directing. And so because we had a time crunch of 2 nights, we got a 20-minute short film filmed in 2 nights, 20 minutes now after days and days of editing. So it's a shit ton of footage, and we did there's 6 kills with prosthetics. It's very old Italian horror looking.
Nice.
But we used most of that crew for this because we had already done.
So they'd work together.
And we already did a time crunch kind of thing naturally. So we worked with most of those people.
Definitely working with a crew that you already had experience of working with definitely lended itself to the efficiency of the shooting. It only took us about 8 hours to shoot everything.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
We've spent more time on editing than writing and shooting put together for sure.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, it's you like to have the luxury of writing, spending more time writing, but you kind of really don't. You got to get it done.
We actually got to bed at 3 a.m.
Friday night,
and we had written the whole and script in screenplay format too.
Wow, great. That's really good.
That was a good start, I think, to have that out of the way.
Yeah, for sure. What time did you guys start shooting on Saturday?
1
p.m. Yeah. It was like 1 to 8-ish.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like less than it was like about
And
7
then
hours.
I really started crashing at the end of shooting
I
after
bet.
writing it all night and then
Yeah,
filming
we
it
took a
and
break.
acting
We took a break, went and got dinner,
and
Yeah.
shows.
showered, like
Yeah.
relaxed for a minute for like a couple hours, like recoup. Because yeah, it feels like you almost get to a point of diminishing returns if you just try to keep working and you never stop for like an
Yeah,
hour.
it's like people, yeah, I think it's very smart to put a break in there because
Yeah.
it's just you're right. It's sort of counterproductive. You just get so tired, you start making mistakes. You got to get some food. You got to regroup a little bit.
What I think would be really cool is if I had an editor that we would dump like maybe the first half of the day onto his computer and he could edit that while we finish filming.
Yeah.
See, this is exactly why we do this, is because it's helping you hone your craft, right? So you start thinking about, especially really prepares you for professional, productions, because, or getting better at the professional productions you already do, right? Because you are realizing how you can make that work faster, quicker. Having a DIT person and just like downloading it and start editing it on set is
Totally.
really a great way to go. If you can get that person, it makes it all the better for you to really spend more time fine tuning what you want.
Also, we didn't see the apartment till we showed up to shoot.
Oh, and
the bedroom, which was like, there's a couple scenes in there.
Yeah.
We couldn't shoot in there, so we eliminated
that was crazy.
But the apartment itself was perfect. The reason that we chose to write it about taxidermy is because my friend who like let us use his apartment, he's a taxidermist. Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
And he has like animals everywhere. So like it was like,
so we wrote
and like the kitchen has like the black and white checkered tile, like it's really old
love
school,
it.
creepy apartment with like animals everywhere.
Yeah.
Perfect example of going with what you have, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. That's awesome. So are there like animal heads and stuff, or just like full animals?
Are we about to get disqualified or
No, you just go. No, you just go with. You write. Most people write for the location.
Yeah,
it was all in the location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could see a lot of people doing like apartment stuff, I would assume, and house stuff, because
there's a lot of people doing apartment and house stuff. Sure. I mean,
my stuff, I always just do it guerrilla and like not get permissions and just have a small crew and do it fast and like I don't know, apologize instead of make it all happen or whatever. So this was like, whoa, we got to do it by the book. So it was new for me.
No, I mean, one of the things you can do beforehand that's not against the rules is securing your locations and knowing what you have, and then, so yeah. You're fine. I wouldn't worry. You're all good. How's it going over there? Answering lots of WhatsApp questions.
I'm answering too many questions in Facebook Messenger right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everybody, we don't always, like we told you at the kickoff, we don't always see Facebook Messenger. I had went like 8 hours without responding to somebody because I don't use Messenger much. That's why we have the WhatsApp. That's why we have the Facebook page, but that's why we gave you our phone numbers. Text us or WhatsApp us because we don't see anything else. We're massively trying to answer questions all night long on Saturday in particular. And I missed a messenger message that came to me like Saturday night, and I didn't see it until 8 hours later because I don't check Messenger and I didn't think somebody was going to message me. So just sorry if we're missing a few. It's because we're really focused on WhatsApp. And
here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever made a 48-hour short in a 7-minute time frame and they got the numbers mixed up?
I don't.
That would require a lot of cameras. The math on that. 48-hour film in 7 minutes.
I know you're busy right now, but we should probably figure that out.
just shoot 7 minutes worth of footage and then cut it and paste it into different iterations for 48
You need
hours.
411 cameras shooting.
Wow. You are you guys are tired, and that is way too much information for me to focus on right now.
We're at the level of sleep deprivation where like everything's really funny.
Exactly. You're like, oh my God. Well, we're getting some people in here. So hey, are we gonna how are we? Are you letting people in if they come in?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll just make sure we're not missing anybody. I'm trying to think of, so what you would do next time is you would definitely probably have a little bit more to your crew and probably a DIT person.
And a camera person.
And another camera person.
I had to call my friend who's a cinematographer the night before and be like, what the fuck do I do, man? Like what settings and all this kind of stuff. And yeah.
And also making sure we at least get some phone footage of the location first, because we wrote a bunch of stuff that was in the bedroom of the apartment, and then when we got there, like, oh, the bedroom is the rest of the apartment was really picturesque and great for filming, but the bedroom was like we can't film in there, it's too dark and there's too much to go on.
Hence why you can always secure those locations and check all that stuff out beforehand, and that is definitely a smart thing to do. That is for sure. There was one other thing I was going to ask you or tell you. So as far as actors go, like I know it's hard because people want to like have actors on call, and then you feel bad if you don't use them. So you don't want to have too many actors on call, right? It's kind of this delicate balance where you're securing actors. So a lot of people will just secure, 6 actors, and then just make sure that they write it, even if it's a secondary character, that they write it, and when they're writing it, include all the actors that they had, because they're holding their weekend for you for free too, right? So just secure them and have some backups, and just, if you have willing to have backups, it's always good to have backups, but just make sure if you secure and just use all of them, even if you think, oh, we have this great script, but it only calls for 3 people, figure out a way to use them all. You can do that in your writing, but that way you are covered if you end up with writing something that needs more meat so that some of the characters, you have enough actors, right? So it's a delicate balance. A lot of people feel bad and don't want to, have people on hold, right? But there's a pool of, I think there was a lot of actors did you end up jumping on the Facebook page and looking for extra actors, or you just decided we're just going to do it, we don't have time to worry?
I have a couple friends that are in school for acting that are younger that were like, oh yeah, I got a million people that we're all so eager, and I was like, hell yeah.
Also,
perfect. No, that's great.
Yeah, totally.
Here's another really interesting thing, actually. So we originally wrote it for a married couple that it was a male and a female, and then the male actor was one of the actors that had to back out, like literally like a couple hours before we were going to start filming. He was like, I can only be there for like 3 hours, and we're like, that's not going to work, we can't we're not going to finish, you're like one of the main roles. So then we were scrambling to try to find another male actor to play the husband, and then we were like, why don't we just make it a lesbian couple like that? Because we had the 2 most seasoned actors were like, these 2 females, and then one of them was going to play a different role, and then we're like, oh well, Jordan can just play that role because it's a lot smaller, and then they can because their roles were like the most. So
I got to be the taxidermist, and I wore a beaver hat with a tail.
No, I really didn't see that.
So that was a cool thing to like be like, oh yeah, why, like it was like maybe an hour of like scrambling, like trying to figure out how are we gonna make this married couple work, and then we're like, oh well, let's just like switch it up.
Yeah, there you go. See, it sounds like you guys really made it work regardless of everything that was thrown at you, so that's awesome. And so how long is your running time? How long is your total?
6 minutes. And
I don't need to know in detail, I just like need to think approximate.
6.5 minutes, I think.
Without credits. I think total with beginning and ending credits, it's like 7.5.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you guys are super tired. And
Yeah, and our video's fully uploaded now. So yeah, we might just
yep, it is.
keep celebrating.
All right. Well,
I'm already working on
congratulations. You are
the-
on time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say I'm already working on the 4-hour director's criterion edition cut. So
There you go. Director's cut coming soon.
And
Fantastic.
yeah,
All right. Well, congratulations, y'all. And we'll see you at the premiere.
Yeah,
thanks.
thank
We
you
Thanks
so
for
won't see
talking
you
to
at the
us.
premiere,
Or
but
not
we'll
that, that's right. We won't see you at the
hopefully
premiere. We'll
we'll-
see you at the awards. You should
Yeah,
come
right.
to the awards, even if you don't win anything, so you can
Totally,
see
yeah.
all the rest of the films for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, congratulations. On time. Eligible.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
get some sleep.
Yeah.
We have 14 teams submitted on time.
And we have 48 minutes to go.
Woo! Come on, y'all.
So we got 38 films still outstanding.
So, for those of you
Yeah, go for
watching, on time and eligible, let's go. ARVJ Films. And please pay our student loans, on time and eligible. 13 Shot Films, on time and eligible. Finger Temple, on time and eligible. Tahoma Films. 508 Films. Ripper Studios. Spritzer Films. Night of the Speed Demons, who we were just talking to for a good, long, fun time. They are fully uploaded and on time. We've got Golden Goose, on time. The Diet Mug Root Beer Film Team. East of the Sound Team. Pondlitz Productions. Combat Wombats. And that is looking like it so far for on time and eligible.
And so if there are any team leaders out there that are currently watching this, one of the most commonly asked questions is sorry.
What's my name?
there's
Commonly
so
asked
many-
question. Kirk says,
so many
what's my
questions
name?
coming through. The animated slate. I just sent that out a couple of times in the WhatsApp group. And I mean, honestly, at this point, the WhatsApp group probably already has the answers to your questions in it. So I think it would be worth your while to spend a couple of minutes and scroll around the WhatsApp group. And like the link to the animated slate, the links to all the forms you need. And when in doubt, go to 48hourfilm.com/Seattle. And there's links to all the required documents and everything you need is there. So we are going to take a little break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. And we'll be here to update how many films are turned in and answer any questions. And hopefully some more people will pop in and we can hear about your weekend. We love hearing the stories about your weekend.
It was so great talking to Nate's team. So I'd love to hear from more of you.
Hey, everyone, we're back.
And we're back. During that Saturday Night Live skit, they did like the radio. It was
The NPR
Jimmy
one?
Fallon.
Oh.
No, and he's like, and we're back. I just remember his catchphrase.
All right, so we are at a half hour to go. So I hope everyone is getting everything going. I'm gonna hop over to my web browser. We're still at 14.
Y'all, come on. You're stressing.
Oh wait, nope,
us
nope.
out.
It updated to 17.
Okay, still 17. Y'all, come
So
on.
1/3 of the films are in.
So,
I mean, the real rush is, between 7:15 and 7:30 every year.
so just to announce the 3 new teams, since I announced previously, that are on time and eligible are Rekindle School and Ripper Studios and Purple Squirrels in a Booth. So there you have it.
All right.
Oh, wait, and Phantasmagoria. I already said Ripper Studios previously.
Yes.
So Phantasmagoria, Rekindle School, and Purple Squirrels in a Booth.
So a fun little bit of information about Purple Squirrels in a Booth
Oh, yeah.
is that a lot of them were on the winning team for the first 48-hour film project in Seattle in 2005. And a lot of just dear old friends of mine at this point, and the producer on it, Camille Barrett.
Oh,
She and I graduated from the Seattle Film Institute 20 years ago today.
so right now you're feeling a little bit old. Is that what you're telling me? Yeah.
No, not really.
No? Okay.
I think this
It is 20 years ago.
Yeah, this thing keeps me young though.
Okay.
I gotta, keep up with technology and all the various different ways people can communicate with us now. It used to just be cell phone and email. And now I gotta say, the WhatsApp group has been fantastic.
Yeah.
I
don't know if y'all like it, but I do. It's because previously you had my cell phone number and you had Kirk's cell
Yeah.
phone number, and if you didn't hear from him, you were texting me or vice versa. So now we both see it at the same time along with all of y'all, and we appreciate that a lot of you are taking the bull by the horns and answering it for us.
Yeah, the
which has been
crowdsourcing
awesome.
of the answers has been amazing.
Agreed. I still have those people texting me or sending me messengers, which I don't check. So for those of you again,
Yeah, Facebook Messenger, we don't include that in our hotline list because we don't check it that much. And a lot of you, aren't Facebook friends with us personally.
right?
And they kind of hide those requests
Yeah, they
for
do hide the
messages
requests.
from people you aren't already friends with. So we miss a fair number of them. But we
Nope.
see
18 teams.
18 Filmland just turned in.
Woohoo! Congratulations, Filmland, on time and eligible. Jason, who has been a staunch proponent of the, he's been using the WhatsApp for questions. I
Yeah.
remember a lot of things from him, which is good. 25 minutes and 25 seconds, 24, 23, 22. 18 films on time.
Yeah, and everyone out there, if you're listening, your priority at this point should be getting your wrap-up forms completed, as well as getting the checksum done for your film. Those are the 2 things that are crucial to have done before 7:30.
Crucial. Yes, you can. You can submit your film, and if you're just in a time, you can do a little bit of your work after, but you have to do the wrap up.
Yeah, it won't even let you upload your film until you've done wrap up.
Yeah, got to do a wrap up. Then you can upload your film. And if you're a time crunch, take the time after you're done. We really don't want to have a bunch of documents loading up tomorrow. We just like take your time after you've gotten your film and put them in if you can so that you're not going back.
Yeah, and one thing people have been doing, so say for your cast crew release waivers, what some people have been doing is putting all of them into one PDF file. So you have a bunch of JPEGs, just combine that into one PDF.
That works
Boom.
great.
You don't have to do a whole bunch of different uploads.
As a matter of fact, I recommend that highly.
Yes. It's easier on everyone involved.
Right. Right.
But yeah, focus on that wrap up, because once the wrap up is done, you can skip ahead to step 4, which is upload your film. And once you have the wrap up done, you can skip around stages 2, 3, and 4 at Cinema 48. But step 1 is the only one that you have to do in a particular order in order to complete everything at Cinema 48.
All right, 20 films. Our latest on-time eligibles are Freelard Creative Filmmakers and Friendo. On time and eligible. 21. Oh, let's hit that refresh. Oops. What happened? That was weird.
Well, let me.
No, we're good. Red Shed.
Red Shed is
Red
in.
Shed is in. On time and eligible. Aaron? Red Shed Films, Freelard
22.
Creative Filmmakers, and Friendo. Oh, Subliminal Ed Films. Just come in on time and eligible. 22 teams.
Fun fact about Red Shed Films,
Fun fact.
I believe this is their 17th of 18 Seattle 48s.
Good times. Good times. Yeah.
We're dating ourselves with that reference right there. I'm loving that the Misfits are playing so much in the background because
People are dancing.
back in the
Appreciate
lockdown times, my buddies from high school and college, we were all in, band together, and 23 Trujillo Pictures.
that. John, congratulations. On time and eligible.
The fun fact about Trujillo Pictures, they participated in the first Seattle 48,
Love that.
and it was a group of my editing students at the Seattle Film Institute.
All right, Go Somewhere Cinema submitted on time and eligible. Congratulations, Galen. Fantastic.
But yeah, my buddies and I wanted to do some stuff for our 50th birthdays are all kind of in a row, and wanted to do something fun, so we decided to start a Misfits cover band, learn a bunch of Misfits songs.
Bits.
The pandemic prevented us from doing the shows we wanted to do,
I remember that.
But yeah, I just played Some Kind of Hate, and that's one of the songs I learned on bass.
Speaking of that, we need to talk about playlist for our trek on Wednesday to Montana for our Montana screenings.
Yeah.
I think we should do a new wave playlist. We were like a little bit. You need to throw in some.
I could get some more. We'll get the fix.
What were we talking about the other
Howard
day?
Jones.
Oh yeah, Howard Jones. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Throw in a little.
Early in excess.
Yeah, early in excess. Shabu
Shabu.
Shabba. Yeah, for sure.
We'll get some Madness. English Beat.
Yeah. Oh, English Beat. Yeah, for sure. They're getting ready to start trivia here. We're not going to participate.
So we're going to talk a little closer and quieter to our microphones, but
yeah, so we don't interrupt them.
And we want to plug our bar in the world, Solo Bar. They've been such a great,
Always.
I don't even
amazing.
want to say partner. I mean, they're an ally in this for us.
A partner, an ally, a friend, a confidant,
Family.
a buddy, family, all of those
A
things.
big brother, little sister.
Yeah.
And every Sunday night, they have a really, really, really fun trivia night that starts at 7, and we're kind of overlapping with it this year. But
So we'll give it the respect it deserves.
yes, and be quiet and not interfere with
We
anyone.
won't yell as loud as we were.
But if you want a fun trivia night on a Sunday, go to Solo Bar.
Copy that.
So it is now 7:11
If you've started
p.m.
7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. It's just not for big gulps anymore. Not sure why I said that. It just sort of came out
And
of my mouth.
strangely tasty, but you know intellectually that they're gross nachos.
Oh goodness. I mean, I'll give away a little tidbit. Lane used to get. I would just cringe. He used to get their hot dogs and their little hamburgers at the 7-Eleven.
Oh, the hot dogs aren't bad, but the hamburgers
are disgusting. I don't even know if they're meat. And I don't mean that in a good vegan vegetarian way. I mean, like, I'm not sure what it is. Not to plug 7-Eleven's hamburgers that aren't meat, but still, they're disgusting. All right, 2014, 17 minutes, 45 to go. Come on, y'all. We want to have more than 24 teams eligible. You can do it. I know it.
Well, interesting. So Chris and I have put so much effort into getting the Montana 48 together, rebooted after 3 years.
Right.
Kind of went by the wayside during the pandemic. Luckily, some Montana teams participated virtually in our Seattle 48s, but we got a little bit behind getting Seattle together this year, and luckily, everyone rallied. We have 9 more teams this year than we did last year,
and we have so many new people, so many new filmmakers. We absolutely love it. We're so excited to have so many new filmmakers competing this time.
I just finalized the judges last night.
Yeah.
Right. And it was, I apologize for not consulting with you on it.
It's okay. I mean, I simultaneously, I'm setting up screenings and working on Montana, and he's trying to and judges Montana, which I just finalized last week as well. So he's working on judges for Seattle. So yeah, I mean, I get it. I didn't really consult you for the Montana judges either. I just said, here's who's doing it.
Yeah. And I just went, okay, cool.
Ed, yay.
But I can announce the judges. So we have Rebecca Cook, who's producer out in Spokane, and Derek Sheen.
Nice, very nice.
Local comedian.
Very nice.
And Virginia Bogert.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, Virginia's been a judge several times over the years, and she hasn't done it in a couple of years. I miss talking with Virginia. So
yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
And we have Subliminal Ed. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You are on time and eligible.
Woo-hoo!
I've been seeing some pictures of your behind the scenes stuff. Looks like you had some fun, people, huh?
Absolutely. It's good.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear us?
We're in a bar with music and they're playing trivia, but hey, here we are.
Yeah, Ed, you picked the playlist. It's a lot of misfits.
Nice. It's awesome. Hell yeah, man.
Oh, how'd it go?
We're exhausted. I'm about to go get some tequila.
Nice. You haven't even started yet? You better go get it now. You better go get it. How many people did you have on your team this year?
10. We had 10.
10?
It's about, 3 cast members, 7 crew.
Did you feel like that was a good number and manageable, or did you feel like you needed more, or you could have had less? No offense.
I had to wear some multiple hats, but it was good. Yeah, we got it done.
Fantastic. So you feel confident that you did well with the genre, and you got all of the required elements in there, and
we absolutely got all the required elements. We took a little bit of a turn with our story. I'll let Ed talk about it.
He's bringing his tequila back. Nice. Before you tell us the story of the turn of your story, pour yourself a drink. Pour yourself a shot.
Well, we have drinks here, so we
have
can.
drinks here. We're going to toast you.
Oh yeah! Cheers! Cheers! I was going to bring you guys glasses.
Just drink out of the bottle, Ed. You deserve it.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Na zdrowie.
On time and eligible.
If they drink for every person, it's gonna be
oh, it's good. Oh, I've been waiting for that. It's good. Oh,
fantastic. What? Tell us what your turn in the story was. What happened?
So we were doing 2 genres, right? We're gonna just take it on and be 2 genres, both of them, and just
remind me which genres you have, because I don't have them all memorized yet.
Climate and comedy.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
We shot it. We got just about more than we got more shots than what we needed, but we had it. We had a climate comedy, perfect. But we had to cut out pretty much the second movie. So through editing, we created another movie that was strictly comedy.
Was it just that the climate wasn't working, or
it wasn't quite reading how we wanted it to read?
Copy that. It happens. See, they're cheering your decision here at the bar already for doing it.
Well, it's funny. It's funny
when in doubt, go comedy. You know what I mean? So, are you happy with it?
Well, I mean, you're never satisfied, right? I mean, you're just.
Well, it's a 48, of course. You always look at it, pick it apart, and go, "What could I have done?" Yeah.
45 more minutes. It could be just so much better, but it's all right. It's all right. It's good. It's good.
Good. Fantastic. Well, that's so exciting. I'm so happy for y'all. So, anything crazy happened besides having to completely cut out half of your genre?
Yeah, we got locked outside of our building when all of our equipment was inside. There's a place that we rented closed without us knowing. So when we were taking stuff out, we were locked. People were locked in the elevator for a while. It was.
And you resolved that how? How did you resolve that? Did we break in somewhere, or?
Dialing numbers in our address book until we got someone with the
Gotcha. We'll stick with that story then. Okay, sounds good. Right. Yeah. We called somebody to let us in. Yeah, that's what we did. As long as there's no windows.
How many teams participated this year? I thought you both said that there was a surge of
54. 5-4. So right now, Kirk, you want to give us an update? Where are we at?
Oh, let's see here.
We're following it in real time as they upload.
Lower third with the graphics.
Okay, we're up to 34.
So 34 teams were on time and eligible. Just a few minutes ago, it was only in the low 20s. So you were number 22, Ed. We saw you come through. So yeah, we actually have a backside of it where we can see everybody uploading and what's happening. So.
Yeah. So most recently, let's see here, Tri-Suns, DS2, Narwhal.
DS2, yeah.
Gone with the Wind, Wink, Film Vandals, Emacs, Blast Radius, Mirabile Visu, Golden Goose, Sleepy People have all come in.
So those are all the new ones since we announced it. We're sort of announcing them as they come in. So we get like really excited. We're like, yes. But there is how many minutes?
35 now.
How many minutes and seconds left? Come on,
It's
y'all.
9 minutes, 30 seconds.
9 minutes,
Fourth
30
meal?
seconds. We have how many now? 36?
36.
Fourth meal just came in. So,
37.
so now they're
The
popping
rush
in
is
really
really
quick.
happening. Yeah.
We're hoping. I mean, what's
Double vision.
Double vision. Congratulations.
38.
And 39. It's probably going to tick up. That's
Gold
good, though.
team just made it.
Good.
So, I mean, every year, historically, internationally, 15 to 20% are late.
I was going to ask you the percentage. I can't remember.
It's 15 to 20%. And, you know, I have to constantly remind people that, you know, pardon my French, but shit happens.
Yeah.
And some films are late, and sometimes, you know, it's just unavoidable.
So for those of you who are listening on YouTube or still uploading or whatever, please submit your film. Even if you're late, please submit your film because we're still going to screen it. You're still eligible for audience favorite, and your team worked so hard all weekend. We would hate for you not to submit your film and not for people to see it regardless. So
Yeah, and it's eligible for audience favorite in your screening group.
Yeah, each screening group, by the way. Yeah, that's not just overall audience favorite. That's every screening group, A, B, C, D, all have an audience favorite that you vote for.
Yeah.
So are you going to be around for the screenings this time around, Ed, or?
I am, absolutely.
So we were telling people earlier that the awards are on August 6th at the Egyptian as well. So screenings and awards are all at the Egyptian. But we will.
I'll see you at both.
See, there you go. That's the way to think.
Positive attitude.
We will announce most likely about right after the screenings, about a week prior. So they're only a week between each other. So right after the screenings, you'll know who won an award, but just not which award you have won until you come to the awards, because we'll screen all the award-winning films one more time. And then we'll do the awards, because you weren't here last year for awards or screenings, right, Ed? You missed the whole shebang, right?
I made it to the award. I made it to the awards.
Okay. All right. Besides getting locked out from all of your gear, how much did that delay you, by the way?
We had finished. So
you were finished production.
Okay, good. Any other exciting, fun things happen? Or bad things? Or maybe I don't want to
know. At one point, we were really worried we were going to border the line of R into something a little bit more for mature adults, because one of our actors was really into her role.
Gotcha. And, well, that's okay. It's R ratings okay, too. I mean, they can't all be PG or G.
Yeah,
we prefer the R ratings, but how that happens. So this is your third, right, Ed? This is your third 48.
Yeah.
Difference between the first 48, the second 48, and the third 48. What was the most valuable lesson you learned after 1 and after 2 and now after 3? Same lesson or different? You're on the spot. I know you're tired.
Yeah. I think that the lesson I learn every time is simplicity, and I can't put that into action. This is where I'm at. It's so much easier to say keep it simple, but every time I'm in there, it's not simple.
When you're talking keeping it simple, are you talking about the writing? Are you talking about the shots and the directing? What are you?
The script.
Everything. The script.
Story,
okay.
The script. Yeah.
Yeah.
That. Simplify that as much as possible, and I think that will make your life easier. It's got to tell the story. It has to tell the story. I think what I learned from the 2, so the first 48, I tried to simplify it to the point where I didn't have strong enough story that I kind of reverted this time to make sure we had a story, but now we had an 18-minute film.
Did you submit an 18-minute film, or?
No.
Okay.
That was the change, right? So we pretty much had a creative film out of what we had. So
Gotcha. I gotcha. Well, okay, so that's good. I mean, that's what this is all about is, again, honing your craft and learning what you can moving forward. But see, the number one thing is you can have the most fabulous look to your film. You can have great shots. You can have all these things. But if you don't have the story, you don't have anything. And it's not going to win anything. Let's just get real about it. I mean, it has to have all of those elements, story being the most important. So I think that's smart that you're starting to think along the lines of, let's make that story stronger, because you can be simple. It can still be simple, but it can be stronger. I mean, there's that balance, right? You don't have to overcomplicate your story, but it has to be a strong story. And
I think
you can do both.
Really stakes really high for the characters. So
perfect. People love that. I mean, if I can't relate, I don't know about you, Kirk, but if I can't relate to character, I'm out like after 30 seconds. If I don't care about the character, I'm out. I don't care who wrote it, who directed it. Characters for me are like, some people don't care so much about characters, but for me, I gotta be able to root for them. Some people don't think that's important, but I can't.
I can't see how it's not important.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of people that. Okay, right. I mean, it's logical, right? You'd think that, but there are a lot of people that
there's a lot of
really good.
There's a lot of playroom in terms of how character is approached, but
yeah,
there always has to be. Well, to quote our teacher, John Jacobson,
who is also Ed's teacher.
There always has to be.
Hi, John. I know you're not listening.
There has to be a protagonist and an antagonist.
Yeah.
And the protagonist is not always the hero of the story.
True that.
The hero of the story is who the audience's heart is with.
Yep.
Who the audience is ultimately rooting for.
Right.
And the protagonist is the person, the character that advances the plot.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of my favorite examples of that. Is a lot of people didn't care for Jyn Erso as the protagonist, as the hero in the Star Wars Rogue One movie.
He's talking nerd stuff. I didn't watch Star Wars Rogue One. Don't hold it against me. Okay, sorry.
But a lot of people thought she was kind of a garbage hero.
Right.
But I contend that she was the protagonist in that she advanced the plot of the story.
Know what he's talking about? You guys know what he's talking about?
I agree. I agree with
okay.
And the hero was the rebellion.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. 2 minutes. And how many films do we have? Let's do the countdown.
43.
We are 43. Whoa. 43 films. Eligible and on time. Nothing like leaving it to the last minute and stressing the shit out of us people. Because we, of course, as producers, our goal is to we want you all to be on time. We just want you to be on time so that you don't have that feeling of that you failed, even if you're not on time, you don't fail. You absolutely don't fail. It's a learning experience. But I just, who do we have? New? Anybody?
Final Beat Films.
All right.
We are under a minute. We're at 55 seconds.
55 seconds. You're here for the countdown, folks. It's going to be exciting.
Okay, so it says we have 44.
Where are we at?
Okay, so we're within the threshold of on time and late.
I just want to know if musical theater turned in theirs.
Say that again.
Musical turned in theirs, yeah.
I can't.
We don't know. We don't remember who did musicals. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I want them to be qualified.
I don't have that off the top of my head because I mean, if we had to memorize which team got which two genres and had to spout that off, we would fail miserably. We have it written down somewhere, but we don't have it in front of us. We don't have to know that because you've declared that when you uploaded your Cinema 48. So you're making that choice. So we don't know for sure. Where
44.
44.
Qualify?
Hey, we are past deadline, so we have 8 films that are going to be late.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
All right, y'all. Good job.
That's 15%.
See? All right. And you are one of the 44. So congratulations. Does that feel good? Yeah, I don't think
Oh yeah.
so. You were late once, right, Ed? Am I right?
I don't know.
I'm thinking you were late once. No?
No. We
So
had
you
one
never
where
know.
we had one where we turned in that I didn't preview. Our audio was off. I rendered it without viewing it.
It was a Hail Mary.
It was total Hail Mary. But
Yeah.
we got it in 3 minutes before time.
There you go. See? So still on time. Well,
Well, we're gonna have a viewing party over at our house. So
Nice.
if you guys happen to be in West Seattle at 8 p.m., please come on over to me
Tonight? Tonight,
Yeah.
no, we'll still be here talking to people who are dejected that they didn't turn it in time or who are elated that they did. And we're here for
All right,
all of you.
we got to 45. 45 made it in.
45 on.
So that's seven late films.
Not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Considering
that's pretty
10 minutes out, we were only at 20.
Well, considering we only had 45 teams last year.
Yeah.
So we have as many teams on time this year as we had teams in total
Yeah,
last
that's
year.
true.
So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. So anything else that you to add that fun and exciting or interesting we need to know about? You can save it for when you get well, hopefully we'll go back to at least saying hi to all the team leaders and having them say a little something after each screening because we'll have a little bit more time. We didn't really do that during the pandemic in full speed, because we didn't want people to feel uncomfortable. But hopefully we'll be able to get back to letting each of the filmmakers come up after the screening and say their name and plug their film and tell us a little something about their weekend or thanking their cast and crew or, whatever they want to use that time for. I think it's an acknowledgement of all the hard work that everybody did. All that stuff. So we'll get back to that, I think.
Yeah. Well, we also have 3-hour blocks.
That's true. We do.
So we have a little bit of extra time. I mean, the runtime of the screenings is usually about 90 to 100 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
And we were, having to scramble to get, 2.5 hours.
That's true.
Or turn around in like 2 hours sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So this time we can do a little more relaxed, and we want to give some room for the room to breathe and recirculate the air. And we want to make sure that everyone's safe and
all that politically correct bullshit. No, I'm kidding.
You really are from Montana.
No, I moved here in 1987, so I've been here a long time. But I mean, every once in a while, my Montucky roots show a little bit. I noticed that here at Solo Bar, they have Montucky beer. I'm just looking at their menu, going, what is a Montucky beer? Like, I've never even heard of that. Have you heard of that? What is it?
No, I
have no idea. Is it a brand?
Idea.
They have Montucky beer here at the Solo Bar. So,
well, there's, a nice little plug for Montana. The amount of amazing breweries.
Oh yeah.
That state is
we
producing.
just did filmmaker meet and greets, and we worked our way to like 9 cities and different breweries. So our we had ulterior motives to try new beers. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. But they have the breweries there are just phenomenal. Like they just do a really great job.
Yeah, my brother and nephew were in town this weekend. My nephew is attending a football kicking camp in Bellevue. So my brother brought some Bitterroot Brewing Company beer out. So I mean,
yes, we have good breweries here, but
we do.
But hey,
the Montana scene that's going on right now reminds me of Seattle, like the Seattle and Portland beer, microbrewery explosion in the mid '90s.
Totally. Ed, how many actors did you have? I wanted to ask you that. I can't remember. What? You had 3? So you just had the 3 main characters kind of thing, or was it just gotcha? So feel good about everything in general?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things that appreciate most is working with new people like Elizabeth, Jason here. That first time working with them and just making connections, and
That's
we have a
exactly what it's all about.
really
We
talented
absolutely
people
love it.
over there. Yeah, it's fantastic. Love it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of our goal. You know, before the pandemic, we really, had some serious hardcore core goals about, getting all over the state and getting into all the colleges and high schools, and because that's where the filmmaking's starting, in the middle schools now and the high schools and the colleges, where it's like we want to be there for everybody, and we want them to learn to network, and so that they can transition into the professional filmmaking community, because that's what they want to do. We want them to not be like, oh, you don't get paid to be a filmmaker. We want them to hone their craft so they can get paid as a professional filmmaker, right? So it's like been a really interesting kind of journey where we had all these plans, and then the pandemic hit. So now we're right back to almost square one, where we started with Montana, and then next year we'll do Seattle, where we sort of are going to travel the state, and we're going to meet people in the industry, and we're going to connect with filmmakers and film programs and student programs, and in all different rural communities, especially because there's so many filmmakers in these rural communities, and like Washington and Montana and all of that are out there that are just don't have access. I mean, there's still people that don't have internet proper, right? So I mean, getting the word out and giving them grant subsidies so that they can afford the registration fee and stuff like that. Yeah.
Can you admit TK?
Oh, TK is coming in. Oh, it's on yours. Hold, please.
Good. All right.
Because I'm not a host. Oh, here comes Jason. I don't see TK. Or is he on Jason's phone? Is TK? Is Jason's iPhone TK?
I'm Jason.
I'm like, hi, Jason. He said, could you admit TK? But I'm seeing only Jason. Hi, Jason. How was your filmmaking weekend?
Oh, I thought it went pretty well.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
I think so.
How many
I mean-
people did you end up with on your team this year?
Oh, maybe 20.
Oh, they say that's not as, you usually have a little bit bigger than that. So that's
Yeah.
good.
That's okay. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. We just kind of go with who comes. So
Cool, cool. Are you happy with it? We were just talking to Ed, and
yeah, I think it's really entertaining. I think we made a really entertaining film. So that's always kind of the goal. I want to make sure everybody gets a good part, everyone gets good screen time, and the audience has a good time. So,
remind me what your genres were that you chose.
Old horror and mystery again.
So what did you go with? Both?
I think it's one of those that you could probably call one or the other. I wrote it down as mystery because I don't think it was ultimately that scary. Although it had horror elements, I don't think it really takes the audience to a frightened place. It's more of like what's going on. So I called it mystery,
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, we had 44 teams that submitted on time.
Okay.
And so we're still, we still had a few, and it was all really down to the last wire because we only had like 22 teams with like 17 minutes to go. So they all came in the last 15 minutes.
Yeah,
so, yeah, we had 44.
New edition and I crashed in the last 10 minutes. So you guys got the 12 p.m. version. There was a slightly better edition coming, but that's how it goes.
That's totally how it goes. Yeah, I totally get it. So where did you?
At least we waited till the moment to crash.
So you just cut out. What did you say?
Oh, I just said at least it waited till the last second to crash.
Right. Definitely. Anything good, fun, or interesting happen?
Oh gosh. Yeah, all pretty fun and interesting. I don't want to give too much away though.
No, you don't need to. No, don't. I always anticipate your films. You always have interesting twists. That's what's good about your stuff.
Well, we want everyone.
You cut out. You're cutting. I'm like really losing you for some reason. Say that again.
I said we just want everyone to have fun, audience included.
Yeah, totally. And they always do. And you always do such a great job. I always say you're such a rock star. We really appreciate how you just allow anybody with any experience level to join your team, because I think it's super important to, you just never know what gems you're going to find, and they appreciate the opportunity to get the experience, right? Ed, you do the same thing, which is fantastic, because I love that you guys both are here. It's a little tequila for Ed. But I mean, that's what it's all about, right? I mean, you just love it. I love it. I mean, how else do these young filmmakers or even older filmmakers who are just getting started get experience, right?
I mean,
I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, so.
He has no idea what the hell he's doing. Okay, good answer, Ed. And Jason, you? He's like, I'm just not going to say anything.
On that note, I'm going to go celebrate with my team.
Sounds good. All right. Congratulations, Subliminal Ed Films. On time now. We'll see you at the screenings. Go get some sleep and drink some tequila. Okay, bye. Bye. Awesome. So tell me a little bit more about your, what was your running time? Did you do a longer one this time or shorter, Jason?
Me? Oh, I saved 9 frames this time, just to be safe.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
I take every last frame usually.
Yeah.
The problem is like we have tons of good ideas and we overshoot every time, and then I have to how to get it down to 7. You know, how to make it work in 7. That's probably the hardest part, in all honesty.
I agree. That's hard. You do all the editing, or do you have someone else doing it? I don't know your team.
I do all the editing.
Do all the editing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the tough part. Like I had one segment that could have been the whole film.
Yeah.
And I hated cutting it down because it was about 6 minutes. Edited properly, it was about 6 minutes long. I was like, well, that's the whole thing. What about everybody else? So I had to take her segment way down. But like, I might just release it later as its own thing because it's so funny. Well,
hey, that's the great part about it, right? You can re-release it or add to it, or you can take it and after we're done and film festivals and add your own story.
I kind of think like the public version should be the public version. I don't want to subvert the contest.
Right.
But for inside team, I'll probably give them a longer edition.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's like the director's cut kind of thing or something.
Yeah. People had so much good stuff, and then that's the thing. I just sit here weeping all day after I cut my favorite parts and cut my favorite parts and cut my favorite.
I know, isn't that so hard?
That was good, but I gotta cut it because the story doesn't work if I leave it in, and I don't have enough time to leave it in. So,
man, that's so tough. I get it. I totally get it. Note, are you connected? Because it seems like you're still connecting to audio. I can't hear you or see you. I don't know what's going on. Note is trying to connect. Hopefully he'll connect soon. How many actors did you have this time, Jason?
Pretty much the whole team was actors. We had two crew people show up, so which they did a great job. Myself and 2 folks running behind, and everybody else was cast.
Gotcha. Fantastic. Mm-hmm. So, and you shoot in Tacoma, right?
Yeah, typically, because that's where my office is, and so it makes it a little easier that way. But last year we shot in Seattle.
Gotcha.
Camp Pickeroon was at that big park in Seattle. So not all. Yeah, I guess probably more like half and half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like a couple years ago, we just shot the whole thing shoreline. So we try to go wherever it makes sense for the movie. But if the movie doesn't need locations, then I like just being near my place.
Totally makes sense. Absolutely makes sense.
Get to editing quicker.
I don't know what happened to Note. He was there and he never really connected to audio, and now he's gone. I'm not sure what happened. I guess Tommy's here. Gold team. Are you connected? Not sure.
Folks.
All right. Anyway, so Kirk, you want to announce the judges again? I can't remember No, we're just talking to people. We've got the judges down. So Kirk, I'll let you. I'm actually going to take a second because I have to use the restroom and I haven't used it in a while. And now I have to really go.
All
So
right,
that's too much information, but I will be right back as soon as I'm done. And you can talk to Tommy and Jason.
Hey, Jason and Tommy, how's it going?
Good. We turned in, so that's good news.
Yeah, we're getting so many questions right now.
Sure.
So, Jason, how'd the weekend go?
Oh, I thought it went pretty good. We got off to a tough start, as most teams do, I think. And butts.
Good. Happy with the film?
Yeah, I am. I wish I could have made it longer. A lot of parts I really like, but I think the going to be end to end. So that's I think.
Excellent. You're cutting out a little bit. Oh yeah, but Chris asked me to announce who the judges are. And so we have Rebecca Cook, who's a Spokane filmmaker, and she's on the board of Washington Filmworks. And she was heavily involved in Z Nation when that was running. And then we have local comedian and film buff Derek Sheen. And we have Virginia Bogert, who is the president emeritus of Women in Film Seattle, and also the founder and director of the Post Alley Film Festival. So she's been a judge in the past, and she's a great stickler for story structure and story craft. So.
Uh-oh.
You always make a good film. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I like everything I turn in, so I'm not too worried. Sometimes we tend to let some abstract things tell the story for us. So we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. We're going to be getting to it. I'm going to head home and watch the progress bars of everything uploading.
Before the festival, Kirk?
What's that?
Do you see them before the festival?
Yeah. I mean, Chris and I would divvy up the films, and we're the ones who vet it for the required elements.
Sure.
We aren't judges in it. We don't want to be judges in it. And so we put together the panel, and then give them a worksheet to work off of, and tell them the priorities, kind of how to weigh things, and what to forgive. That's a really important part of our communication with the judges. Is remember, these were made in 2 days.
Right.
As good as some of them are, none of them are going to be perfect. So we ask that some leniency be given for post audio in particular. Sure. If there's some
easily the hardest.
Yeah, it's internationally it's the Achilles heel. Because that's always done last, and it's always rushed, and and then you have to marry score to picture audio, and so we always say, please be forgiving of that. And then we just act as facilitators between the three judges, because determining the best in city film has to be unanimous amongst the three judges.
Is that right?
Yes. Oh. That is the only one that has to be unanimous.
What happens with three-way tie?
Well, that's where we come in as facilitators. We talk them through the process and just get them to basically agree on an order of the top four films. that they come up with a list of the top 4 that they can all agree with. But so it's just, a lot of discussion. And, Chris and I go out of our way to never make our opinions known. We don't want to influence them in any way.
Never.
Because that's a can of worms I do not want to get into.
we are your producers, and
we are your advocates.
Yeah,
with the
and
judges.
We don't do favorites. We don't want to be put in that position because we're here for you. We're not here for them, and we don't want to be making decisions or having them go, well, what do you think? We're like, we
Nope.
have no opinion. None, zero. We can't even lead you in a direction, even if you wanted us to.
Yeah.
It's up to them. But they do have to agree.
Yeah. And so we try to get, consensus on all of the various awards. But in a lot of cases, in the special categories, there's almost always, standouts that can be, that they can easily identify a winner. But there's always discussion. So we really try to have a lengthy discussion. So it's not just based off of their score sheets or something.
Right. Gotcha.
Because, in 2006, that was early in the Seattle 48. We had 3 judges, 2 of whom just went bonkers for like the big action film. And the 3rd judge wanted the more psychological character piece. And he wanted to just walk away from the whole process. So I said, I understand your position, but please don't walk away. Please write an email explaining your position on your film so we can have a dialogue and reevaluate it. And we all got in a room and they hashed it out. And the 3rd judge actually, convinced them. And ultimately, I never said it. I never said it to those 3 judges, but they went with my preference, ultimately. So I was really, really happy that judge pushed hard for it. So, but they never knew what my opinion was.
Well,
that's what we try to do.
I film the cast is going to have the most fun with. That's, I think, is what we like to do. And then, I feel like if you try to game it to what the judges are going to like, that's more work, and it's supposed to be fun,
Exactly. No, I am in total agreement with you on that. I think in any artistic endeavor, when you try to please judges, you make a lesser film. I think the best films come out of the creators making, the movie they want to make. I think that's how the best is made.
I agree. Just be creative. Just be yourself. And I totally agree. You can tell when people are trying to just make something that the judges might, like, and they're not really. Yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling, but I agree with y'all.
Hey, Tommy, how was your weekend?
Hey, you can hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Boy, did I have a mad scramble. Oh, look at this sick lighting I got.
Oh, damn. Are you a filmmaker? Look at that lighting. Where's your lighting person?
Yeah, let's turn this around. I had
writing and writers and directors aren't always cinematographers.
Well, I am, so I'd appreciate you not insulting me in that department. No, I turned in my film without having watched it all the way through once.
Shit.
Because I was just doing audio passes and color and laying in music up until 7:20.
Oof.
So you truly don't really know what you turned in, is what you're saying.
I watched it after, and it looked like we didn't mess anything up too bad.
Okay.
So hopefully nothing comes up. But yeah, that was scary.
What did you choose for your genre?
We kind of chose both. We got doppelganger and dark comedy, and so we kind of did a doppelganger dark comedy.
Gotcha.
Oh, Gold Team did a dark comedy? Are you
Yeah,
really?
really branching out? There's a few dramatic scenes in it. We'll see.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I am a huge fan of the dark comedy. I love the dark comedy.
Yeah.
Darker the
Comes
better,
naturally.
in my opinion.
How many people
Yeah.
did you have on your team this year, Tommy?
We had 12, I'm pretty sure. It was a big cast. We had probably like a smaller crew than the last one, Ice Cream Hate, by like a few people. But we had a lot of actors, and we got pretty good use out of all of them, I think.
Nice.
All
Like to
something
hear
do.
that.
Yeah.
Anything exciting or interesting happened besides not watching your film fully before you uploaded it?
Yeah. We filmed at a location. Part of me is like, no, don't tell them what it is. Don't spoil it. But it was I told Kirk, it was the Georgetown steam plant
Nice.
down there. And we managed to get in there. And that was super cool. That's a super underrated venue. And the guy who let us in, Greg, was awesome.
You're lucky
He
because
was,
that's tough.
yeah. The guy who let us in was like, he was a previous 48-hour filmmaker himself. He talked about like,
There you go.
he loves just letting other artists into that space, like whenever he has the availability to be the on-site monitor for people who want to
Nice.
use it. And but
That's
yeah,
good.
it worked out. It's an amazing place, even though
It's
it's
very
like,
cool.
It
They're
is
really
cool. It's a
trying to
really
raise
cool place.
visibility for it too. So that probably is helpful. The more they can get it out there. I mean, I know someone wrote. I know someone did a graphic, or I don't know if they've released it yet, or they're in the middle of a graphic novel that's about it or set there or something. And so I think they're just trying to raise visibility. They've been doing like a lot of, I've noticed, because I'm in the event industry. So I've noticed that they're doing a lot of open houses where they're trying to get people to see it because it's such a cool place. If, you know, they have tours, you know, people should go, but I don't know.
I agree.
It's really cool. And you're lucky because they don't let a lot of people in and they have a lot of parameters for filming in there that can be kind of tough.
They do.
So,
Yeah, you got to be very careful.
You probably
not
couldn't
to
even, you can't have any
change the
food
space.
in there, right? I don't even think they
Yeah.
would let.
No
Yeah.
food or drink, and there's no
Yeah.
running water or heat inside either. So
Yeah.
we definitely were like, we should, if we're gonna get this venue, we should try to do it in the summer, so we're not
Yeah.
freezing our asses off in there in the fall.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome, and I recommend anyone visit. There's so many, especially for like, I mean, film, but even just like doing photos. I feel like there's so many
Photos, yeah.
different,
Totally.
so many different like little spaces, like corners in that building that are completely distinct from each other. So it's such
Very
a
cool.
versatile, huge, cool venue.
Right. We so what how many, I'm trying to think, Jason, how many have you done? What's your count for 48s? Do you remember?
Back.
He's counting.
For six.
6? Gotcha. And you, Tommy, you've done, I mean, I think you've done more than that, have you not?
Well, do we count non 48-hour film projects 48s? Like the college that I went to, or
Nah, we just count 48.
okay, the real ones. In that case,
The
it's
real
probably
ones.
less than 10. I'd say like 7 to 10.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
So you two definitely, we love seeing you both when you do stuff. So,
Yeah.
and I'm not
looking
just
forward to
blowing
it all.
smoke. What did we? I think we've got more people turning in stuff, but we're still not have all of our teams. Anything else you wanted to add, or anything exciting, or thank you to everybody? You know, anything like that?
Did mine make it? I wanted to ask that.
Yes, you made it.
Yeah,
you are
you're on
eligible
tour.
and on time. I thought you knew that. No.
I mean, I
You
should.
know, I'm still
but,
getting texts from people going, "Did I make it?" It's
I
like if you
just
got to
went-
check some.
when you do so much that I did within that last hour, I just become paranoid about all of it. So
Totally.
it's good to hear it from your mouth.
You 100% are eligible and on time. You and Jason. I believe Brennan joining us now. He's on time. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you
There
guys
was.
so much.
Yeah, there was. We had 50 teams, and we had 44 on time. 45 or 44?
45.
45. 45
Pretty
teams on time out of 54. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. It's in general, it's 10 to 15% and it seems to come down to that at the very last minute, but that's about the average that don't make 10 to 15%. Hi, I don't know who, oh, that's TK. Brennan and
I'm gonna
TK are
take off
joining
and
us.
see you.
All right, bye, Tommy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Congratulations. Time. And now we lost somebody else. What happened? I don't know what happened. Oh, here we go.
Oh no, that's just Tommy logging.
No, I thought I lost TK, but he just moved to TK. I can't see you. Brennan. Are you there? Can't see you. And I can't hear you, Jason. I didn't hear. Are you? Did you say you were leaving? Were you waiting to?
No, that was Tommy.
Okay. Because I can't. It's for some reason I'm not hearing Jason. Jason's tired, leaving. Gotcha. Tired, leaving.
Go sleep, man.
Congratulations, buddy. Good job. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so
Nope.
There
Looks
we
like
go.
TK needs to. There we go.
That is correct, but we were looking specifically for the RFP.
T's on here twice. I'm not sure what's happening. Okay.
Well, I only have him once over here. So. Oh wait, no, I do. I have him twice.
Hey.
There's TK.
Whoa. TK, for some reason you are on this Zoom call twice.
Oh, cool.
Like there's no picture on the one, and then we've got you. I'm not sure what happened here.
Well,
All right. Anyways. You're here. How did it go? And Brennan, can you hear us?
It went
Yeah.
good. It went really good.
Fantastic.
The turn-in, is, no comment on the turn-in process, but I don't want to talk about that right now. But
The Cinema 48 process?
no comment.
Well, okay. Let me.
We're technically on time.
Yes,
You are
you're
on time. You're on
we
time.
Double check. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. So, Cinema 48 was developed by a dear friend Wouter. He made it for his own city of Eindhoven, and
In the
it was
Netherlands.
just a tool that he used for himself in the Netherlands. Yeah, and when he became the director of technology for the 48 in 2020, suddenly the pandemic hit and we needed a digital, virtual drop off. And, it's just him developing this whole thing. So that we even have anything that's accommodating 120 cities is
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
Yeah.
You have how many competitions going this weekend?
There's
that are-
8 going on this weekend. So we appreciate you. I mean, if you want to send us feedback, that would be great.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
I want to make clear that it has nothing to do with the platform.
Okay.
It's about like our personal project.
Oh,
that we
okay.
turned into the platform.
Okay. I gotcha.
Copy that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, if you'd like
It's
to,
a good story, though. It is a good
well,
story.
you could save it for the screening, or you could tell
There
us
you go.
now,
Yeah.
or never tell us because you have no comment.
No, we'll save it for the screening.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a challenge, that's for sure.
It is, yeah.
I mean, it's a lot, but think about, it puts a little bit more on you all as filmmakers to have to think ahead and prepare ahead, much like you a professional production,
Yeah.
right? Where
Yeah.
you have to get all of your paperwork and insurance and ducks in a row and everything before you even start. And usually we were having to manage all that handwritten paperwork. So really, ideally, this is a fantastic option moving forward. We'll probably always have digital, we may do a hybrid, but I mean, it's just much less stress.
Go get our drinks.
Okay, sounds good. We have drinks waiting at the bar. I mean, because we have priorities. But just the opportunity to upload them instead of having to get in your car and drive an hour or 2 hours or like whatever to try to rush to get to us and get your 2 copies of your thumb drive and get in line and get your thing that says, oh, thank you. Get your thing that says, you made it on time while you sit and wait for us to process everything. So, excuse me, drink. Cheers. All of you are on time. Cheers. Congratulations. Hi, Maxim. Hi, Brennan. All right. So,
is it okay to ask a question?
Absolutely. That's why we're here.
Oh, sweet.
I may have an answer. I may not.
All right. You probably will. The tickets that we can buy, is it going to be only for the screening that we're in? So there's 4 groups. So when we buy the tickets, will it only be for our group or is it for the entire?
So each team leader will get 2 comp tickets for your screening group. And you can buy tickets for any other screening group that you want. And as Kirk was saying at the drop-off or the kickoff, which no one probably remembers because they were stressed out, we will have festival passes. So there'll be a discount if you want to buy a pass for all 4 screening groups that day. So there'll be options. You can buy whatever tickets yourself you want, but for the screening group that your film is in, team leader will have 2 comp tickets that they can use themselves or give to other team members or whatever you want to do. But you absolutely will be able to buy them.
Does that get sent to an email?
Yeah, well, as soon as they're live, which they should be live.
They
pretty
should
soon.
be coming. Yeah, ticket sales should be live. I'm hoping tomorrow.
Yeah. So as soon as tickets are live, we'll send you an email, but also you can click through on the Seattle 48 website at the side that says tickets. And as soon as they're live and you click through, you'll be able to buy them that way too.
And there will be like one that's like a complete pass, like a ticket that's a pass for all 4, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, we haven't done that in the past, but we have a lot of people that want to try to see them all, so we're trying to make sure we get. This is
our first year doing a weekend screening. So
usually it's during the week, and it's tough for lots of people to make. But we figured if we could finally get a screening in on a weekend.
And with horror last fall, it was the first time that SIF allowed us to sell a festival pass. So they're,
really rallying to try to improve the access and discounts for people.
If you buy 20 or more tickets, there's a discount. If you buy a festival pass, there's a discount. If you're a SIF member, there's a discount. If you're a student currently enrolled and have a high school or college ID, there's a discount.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ways you can get discounts. So let's start really quickly with TK. Were you happy with your filmmaking weekend?
Yes.
Other than the paperwork part of it.
Let's say that.
Say that again because you cut out.
More happy than not.
More happy than not. Fantastic. How big was your crew and cast?
16 total members. Off the top of my head, I believe it's 7 cast members, right? 7.
Gotcha.
Something like that, yeah.
Which genre did you choose?
Heist. We got
interesting.
Heist, yeah.
Gotcha. Anything that any laws that you broke or any quick tidbits or things we need to know so that we can defend you in the future when we get called by the police or anything, or we good?
I don't think so.
No? Okay, good.
Yeah, we got lots of bread.
Yeah, I'm going to be really interested to see what everybody does with the bread. That is for sure. We've seen some interesting pictures. And did you just do a slice or did you do the entire loaf? Because it was a loaf of bread.
Oh, we got more.
You loafed it, baby.
More than one loaf.
It was many loaves, like in a pit. It looked like a loaf genocide.
Yeah, we were loving the pictures, so we can't wait to watch them. I was telling other filmmakers that weren't aware. So Kirk and I do screen them all ourselves first because we are the front line of disqualification if you didn't do the proper genre, or you didn't have your required elements. So we'll get to see these. So we've heard a lot of stories and looking forward to watching them. That's for sure. Before they go to the judges, if they get disqualified, we don't send them on, obviously. But yes, you had a question.
Kind of spoiling a part of the story that we will eventually tell. We had to just turn in the film to get something turned in on time because you said to do that.
Yeah, it's a thing with the competition, just turning it in on time. It's a thing. Yeah.
If we did not have the 48 animated slate and all that in that file, does that disqualify us?
No, that doesn't.
No.
Cool.
I mean, it's ideal for archival purposes because we have to archive everything and then they have to go back and they have to add everything and whatever. But I mean, it's not a deal breaker. We couldn't make that a deal breaker. So, I mean, some people didn't get it. There were people that didn't get it, and it's okay. I mean, even if you had something, it's fine.
Yeah.
Or nothing.
Also, we turned in the file without the animations. We also credits in there. Is that something we could send just to make sure everyone gets credited? Just because wasn't.
So you cut out and I didn't hear. I'm assuming you might have said you didn't get all your credits.
We got none of them.
You didn't get any of the credits.
No title. There's no nothing. It's so basically.
I just want to credit people.
Yeah, basically we turned in the file that we sent to our composer and sound mixer.
Gotcha.
So it was our picture lock. And that's what we turned in.
Gotcha. So there are absolutely zero credits whatsoever.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Basically, film is one loaf of bread at the end of it.
But we don't have to send anything if we can't add it. I just more so want people to be credited for their work.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, make a version where it's credited, and the version without credits will have to go to the judges as that's official. And I mean, I'm sure Kirk, we've made, because it's not counting towards your minutes of your competition. Yeah. We've had people do stuff. We've allowed for that kind of stuff. Cause I mean, your crew worked really hard. I'm sure Kirk would say it's fine. I'm speaking for him. He's answering a bunch of frantic calls right now, but it's a little too late. It's 8:12, but anyways. I'm sure that's fine. Definitely make the version. That will not be the version that's judged. We have to judge it officially. So it actually, what you need to make sure that you do, however, is don't send us, if you're going to do something with the credits, do not give us a version that's any different than what you uploaded. We can't, you can't add anything extra. You can't do anything that would disqualify you. So work it out with Kirk, but I'm sure it'll be fine if you wanted to throw the credits in on the end since it's not part of the competition. But you can't change the file in any way. Does that answer your question? Fine. I get it. I mean, you're like, oh, now I'm an asshole. I didn't give anybody credit for anything and they worked so hard all weekend. I get it. We had a 48 like that once. We didn't have time. So it happens.
We'll work with Kirk on how to get him that.
Totally.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Brennan, tell me about your weekend. How many people did you have on your team?
14, 10 crew and 4 cast.
How do you feel it went? Are you happy? A little crazy?
I think now that I saw the end result, I feel good, but in the moment I wasn't too sure and it was kind of chaotic and stressful. But a lot of that was because I was also kind of producing it and acting. So doing 2 things at once was a lot, I guess.
That is a good lesson learned, right? You're thinking, in the future, I might not want to do all these things, right?
Definitely. But
what genre did you choose?
Crime/gangster.
Gotcha.
So and then so my team, Golden Goose, we're all accounted for. We have everything.
Yep. You are
okay. Sweet.
I can look in the back end in just a second and see. If there's anything that you haven't uploaded as far as paperwork, that's kind of what we were telling everybody is you're pressed for time. You can upload the rest of your paperwork later. It wouldn't allow you to upload your film unless you did your wrap up form. So I'm assuming you got your wrap up form in, and you can add anything else at any time. If you have your certification statement and your location release forms if you have them.
Yeah.
Music release, team leaders agreement you had to do beforehand, and everybody had those in, so we already know. Waivers and releases for your cast and crew, and your team roster. If you uploaded all that, then
it's all there.
So if there's just anything you're missing, just make sure you upload it. You can upload it at any time tonight.
Does the printout of the wrap up form? Do I bring that to you guys at the showing? Or
nope.
No?
You're
Just
done.
receipt?
I mean, we're trying to have. I'm looking. It was Golden. I'm in now. So Golden. Remind me, Goose.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look you up real quick. It's not showing up. I'm not sure why, because I know you were on time. Oh, there it is. Okay. Got your certification. Got your group picture. Got you. Looks like 2 versions of your film. You uploaded it twice?
That's what the editor did. I don't know. I think there's one.
They're both on time.
Yeah. I think they might have made a second version that wasn't for competition. It might have ended up in there, I guess. But
yeah, it looks like it did. So yeah, they've got 2 film versions. So have you ever had that before?
Oh yeah, that happens.
It happens. Okay.
Yeah. So
they
you
were
guys
both on time.
You guys will pick the one that's correct. I guess I don't know which one it is, but
He said his editor did that. So he doesn't really know what's up. We may want to come back to you and ask you which one.
Yeah, they're both
on time, so it
doesn't really matter.
Right,
Okay.
but you might want to let us know which one. I've got 2 location releases. I've got your team leader agreement. I've got 14 waivers and releases. The only thing I don't, I do have. I have your team roster. You're good to go. You probably are going to need to tell us which version, because they're both on time.
Okay.
So get with your editor and let. Yeah, get with your editor and let Kirk know. Right.
Okay.
Send an email to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Email Kirk.
Yeah.
What's that?
Email you about
Email Seattle 48.
Seattle at 48hourfilm.com.
Yeah, Seattle at 48hourfilm.com. We're both on the email. We'll get it and he'll respond to you. But
That's sweet.
you're good. You have 2 versions. And it does happen, not a lot. So overachieving much? No, I'm kidding. So you were happy with it now that you've seen it? You like anything you would do different, or any lessons you learned?
Yeah, just communication is key, I guess, and like maybe, I don't know, for something like this, like maybe just stick to one role and not like try to do 2 different roles, like be cast and crew.
Right. But that's kind of why we do this. I mean, you got to, these are things that you learn, like what to do and what not to do. That's kind of the honing your craft part of it, which is fun. So,
yeah, totally.
What, I was going to ask you, I can't remember. So anything crazy or interesting or fun that we need to know about, or you can save that for the screenings, because we'll let the team leaders sort of have a quick minute to tell them a little bit about their weekend and thank their cast and crew kind of thing at the end of each screening. So no one's going to see this
nothing
now.
Nothing off the top of my head.
Well, just prepare your speech for when you have to get up after your screening and thank everybody and tell us something fun or interesting. We usually will say something like, tell us a fun or interesting story that may have happened on your weekend, or just give us some insight, right?
Yeah. We just want to hear something interesting that happened, good, bad, ugly, funny.
One of the teams earlier said, thank goodness we were done filming, but after we were done, they had use of a space and all their stuff was inside, and they shut the door and locked everything inside after they were done. So they had to call a bunch of numbers to find out how they could get back in, because they had people stuck inside and someone in an elevator. And that was Ed. Yeah. So, maybe you didn't have that happen, but hey, and it's also a good time to thank, everybody that worked with you and how, acknowledge them. Always a good thing. So,
Cool. I'll work on that speech.
Work on that acceptance speech.
Yeah. The other thing is, actually, is the prize awarded for first place on the screening day? or
No, it'll be on the 6th.
Yeah, we were
Okay.
telling everybody earlier that we will do all the screenings, and then probably a day or two after we will send out an email and social media announcements that tell everybody which teams won awards, so that you'll know that you'll be a part of the award screening, because all the teams that won awards, their film will be screened again on August 6th at SIF. And after the screening, the award screening, then we'll award all of the winning films. And they're in all the different categories of awards, not just the best in city, but, you know, best cinematography, best sound, best editing, best acting, all of that. So that'll happen all at the award ceremony on the 6th. But you'll know whether your team won an award or not, probably 4 to 5 days prior. And we'll make that announcement and say these teams won awards. We just won't tell you which one until the actual awards.
Okay, sweet.
Which is on the 6th at SIF again. So we have it, the Egyptian, for our screenings, and also and the tickets, again, I think we told you earlier, should hopefully start on sale tomorrow, I think.
The other thing I was wondering about, like, this is my first time doing a 48,
Right.
and like when we got the genre, like it was done digitally. In the past, did you actually spin like a physical wheel? Like,
We've done everything from out of a hat. One year at horror, I created fake
most
blood
years it's just been out of a hat.
out of a hat. Yeah.
I
So
don't
we
know.
just have
Personally, I feel like I like that more because you actually have like the input into like your fate, like physically. Like,
Yeah, I agree. And the only reason
Yeah.
we did that like that is because we had to do half virtual. We had to figure out a way to make it so that we weren't people, you know, we couldn't be the ones drawing for all the teams that couldn't be there.
Which actually, it's not an issue.
It's not, but
It's not.
Yeah, that's true.
It's as random for us as it is for the teams.
It is. And honestly, this will probably be the only time that we'll do it this way moving forward. We love the live. We love the live part of it too. We've done, you know, when we do horror, I did a big jar of fake blood, and I did body
beautiful.
parts with toe tags.
It
And
was
you had to
beautiful.
put your hand in the jar of blood and pull out your toe tag and those had your genre pairs on them. So I get a little creative for horror.
That was seriously the greatest kickoff event. That was
But made a little bit of a mess. So we get creative. We just are a little bit forced to be sort of streamlined this year as we come out of the pandemic. But next year we'll do something pretty creative and fun.
Hopefully, we don't know how the damn virus is.
You know what? I'm sorry. Next year we're gonna all have a pool party. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
all right.
All right,
No,
cool. So
that
did I
sounds
answer
cool,
all your
though.
questions?
Gosh, I
The others?
think so. Yeah.
Cool. Well, you are on time, so congratulations, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
I guess
I'm gonna go ahead.
I was I was just wondering like how you guys got into this. Like,
Well, okay. The long story is, so this started in Seattle in 2005.
Yeah.
And I graduated from the Seattle Film Institute in 2002. Basically, 20 years ago today, I graduated from the Seattle Film Institute.
The one in Inner Bay?
Yeah. It was back when it was over on East Capitol Hill, but
yeah,
it was a long time ago. And, you know, so I was doing, you know, a lot of work for free and just doing anything to build up an editor's reel. And
He's a good editor, by the way, everybody.
I heard about this thing called the 48-Hour Film Project and thought it was, you know, incredibly cool.
I want to interrupt.
But it wasn't in Seattle. And I found out that Portland had it. This is in late 2004. And I just started harassing the founders of the 48, Mark Rupert and Liz Langston. Like, it's so ridiculous that Portland has one and Seattle doesn't. Blah. This is before Portland became kind of the you know, filmmaking capital of the Pacific Northwest in the States. And I said, have this competition, the National Film Challenge. If you're interested, why don't you do that? And it's a 72-hour thing. It's now called the 4 Points. But it's basically the same thing happens worldwide on a weekend in November. and I produced 2 teams and had a blast.
And then
Even though the team that I was actually editing for just completely imploded. The second team had a really, really, really killer noir film. And it went to Filmpalooza in 2005 at the Cinequest Film Festival in San Jose. And Mark and Liz gave me a platinum pass to the festival, and said they really liked our film. Yeah, you'll be able to ask a question in just a second. I'm almost done with the story. And at the end of the festival, I was really, 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 really drunk. And Liz, one of the co-founders, said, what'd you think? I'm like, I had a great time. I can't wait to do it again. She asked me if I wanted to run the event in Seattle. And so drunk me said, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. And I woke up the next day going, oh my God, I'm an editor. What did I just sign up for? And that was 17 years ago.
So long story short, short story long, you got drunk and just agreed to be city producer.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I could have told you that. No.
Yeah, to answer your question,
Unmute yourself, Jack. See what's your team?
It's please pay our student loans.
You're totally on time and eligible. No worries.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, we were just worried.
The upload
Stuck on 90.
His question was the upload appears to be stalled, and it looks like there are 8 cities currently uploading. So it looks like there's a queue the server is processing things in.
Right.
Because we had one just a couple of weeks ago that was stuck at 35% for like a half hour, and then all of a sudden it was 90.
Yeah. As long as you have your checksum that you got before 7:30, and we have it on our end, and I remember when it's been a while.
Yeah.
So you were one of the first.
Yeah.
So you're good.
Nice.
Don't worry about it.
Are we allowed to close this window now?
No.
No, leave it open.
Don't close
Okay.
the window.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't do it.
If it hasn't finished uploading before you're gonna like go to sleep, close out the window and start a new one with the exact same file and let
Okay.
that run overnight.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Thank you.
Sometimes we've had to have people do it 2 or 3 times. As long as you have your checksum and you upload the exact same file and you don't change anything, you're still on time. So
All right,
you
sweet.
could do it tomorrow morning if it's just not
'cause,
working.
let
And we'll let you know. We'll
let me-
usually send you a note saying, "Hey, could you just re-upload your file?"
Okay.
Because even though you thought you were on time, it never really finished.
Okay, please pay our student.
Great, thank you. That was all we had.
We're looking it up. We're looking it up really quick just to see.
Because we can
on our
see
end.
if it says stalled, it means it's kind of in the queue.
Yeah.
But if it says failed, we know you
We need to tell you to
So
re-upload it.
give me 1 second,
Yeah.
and I'll let you know the status.
So, Maxim, tell us about your weekend while we're looking up Jack's. How'd you do on your first 48?
Well, the end result was pretty great, I think. But I don't think I've ever been this stressed out in my life. What's up?
Oh no, he was just someone was joining and they weren't muted. I just muted them.
Hey, sorry about that. Sorry about that. That was me. Sorry, buddy. Please go.
Oh, it's okay. You're fine.
Like,
Go ahead, Max.
it's just like jokes aside though, like for real, it was because we actually made something that I am pretty proud of, I think. And just being the editor as well of that project, it's kind of like this burden that you carry that you have to, submit for your team. And
Yeah.
I cut it real close. I cut it close. But
Yeah, I mean, you have everybody on your shoulders. You like want to do this for them, and so you're like stressed.
yeah,
I get
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Like I'm actually like not feeling well, but hey, it's done.
It's, you know why? Sleep deprivation will make you feel not well.
So I slept 4 hours from Friday to Saturday, and that got me through Saturday pretty well. And then I slept for maybe going from Saturday to Sunday for like maybe 6-7 hours. So it wasn't that bad. It's just this like anticipation and just it's not great.
What genre did you end up choosing?
We chose fantasy.
Gotcha. And how many people did you have on your team?
We had 11 people. We had 4 actors, well, 4 main actors, and then 2 like extras. But the 2 extras also did some stuff with us as crew.
Nice.
But a total of 11 people.
Gotcha. So would you, in the future, if you do it again, would you have a smaller team, a bigger team? What were your lessons learned
Well,
there?
again, not if you do it in the future.
When you
do your next
Sorry.
Seattle 48.
Sorry.
Sure. The one thing that I would do is I would get a crew that's designated for transportation of all the materials and camera equipment. So that way they go to sleep earlier and then show up on site early and get all the tables and cameras set up and all the props. So that way the writers and directors show up, we're ready to go fast.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing, because we did spend, even though our filming location was literally like, we had 2. One was like a 2-minute drive, 1-minute drive, and one was in the house. The transportation, because it was just the sheer amount of stuff that you have to get on set, still took a lot of time.
Yeah, location moves are no joke, especially when you got a weekend.
Yeah, so I think just having a team that would be designated for transportation of equipment, I think that would be a good level up. And then maybe if I find an editor that I trust, that would be good, but I don't have one yet. So
gotcha.
I know that like I'm not primarily an editor, but I do edit my stuff.
Gotcha.
So I know how to do it and I trust like my work, but I haven't met someone else that I can trust yet. So
Well, you got to start coming to our meet and greets when we have them.
Yeah. There's always people that are looking to join teams that have different skills. That's one thing that's been, we know that everybody's a little hesitant because it's still coming out of the pandemic and people don't want to do in-person stuff, but we put together, our job is to not do it for you, but we create these things and we talk to everybody and they're like, I'm looking for
We
a
want to
production
connect you with
designer.
other
I'm
people.
looking for an editor. I need this person. So come and talk to us and we can hook you up with people that we know are looking for other stuff. So it's you'll meet the right people. We'll have more stuff next year. This has kind of been a weird, unique year where we're just trying to get back going again. Limited the amount of meet and greets and
There's a lot of talent here that's uncovered. So we want to put you in touch with them.
I'll keep my eye on the email and I'll check the Facebook group as well. I'm not really a big user of Facebook, but I use it for like.
Well, we'll put it on Instagram. And are you follow our Seattle 48 Instagram?
I'll follow it today.
So usually what we'll do is we'll send email whenever we're announcing anything like tickets or awards or whatever. We'll send emails out to the team leaders. We'll post it on Instagram, Facebook, and probably WhatsApp at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll post it on the WhatsApp group too.
We'll have this group going at least through the awards.
Yeah, probably. So well, we try to hit as much social media as we can. We don't post anything on TikTok because we're old and that's just a lot of work.
Understandable.
Yeah, but the Facebook group, even if you're not like a regular user of Facebook, it's a good idea to join the group just because there's a lot of activity and a lot of people.
People looking
if you use
for
Facebook
people
for nothing else, the group is a really good way to get in touch with people.
And hopefully by 2023, we'll have the new website. We'll also have that option for people who are looking to join.
The new website's
teams.
going to be awesome.
We'll be able to just drill through and look for people in their city who are, specific cast and crew who are looking to join teams. So that's coming in 2023. It was coming before the pandemic and then, it hit and things got stalled, but it'll be great.
And Walter
Walter
does need to sleep every now and then.
Nah, who needs to sleep, right?
Well, hey, we're a half hour over our,
Let's talk really quick to Atul and you haven't. Hi, congratulations! You're all on time. Atul, is that how I'm pronouncing it right? Do you want to unmute yourself?
Oh, just quickly before we move on.
Yeah.
I did my casting, like the casting group thing through Cinema 48.
Right.
Are all my documents in? Could you double check
Yes,
that?
I did. I responded to your WhatsApp and said, yeah, I have everything from you. You're good.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. And if I make a poster,
upload it at any time.
Yeah, whenever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, upload it. Upload the poster when you have it done. You still can upload after it's over.
Yeah, you could probably upload it a year later if you wanted to.
You can upload stills or anything else that you want later too. If there's anything you're missing that you want to upload, feel free to do that.
I will.
Okay, cool,
All right,
cool.
thank you.
Very cool. All right, we'll see you at the screenings.
Get some sleep.
Congratulations. Get some sleep.
I'm wine-dined and reclined in my natural seating place.
Do we need to talk to anybody else?
Atul, are you there?
Atul, are you there? I asked him a couple times, but
All right, have we switched sheets? Are we good? Are we
guess
passed
maybe
around?
not.
Maybe we'll pass around. Yes.
Well,
Make sure
wait,
you swap your sheets with another team.
Not sure what happened there.
Swap.
Must be gone.
Yeah. All
Might have
right.
checked out.
Well, hey,
right.
to everyone that showed up and told us their stories and asked questions, thank you for quote unquote coming on out.
It was great. I had a blast talking to you all. It was really fun.
And can't wait to see the films. That's what I'm going to do when I go home. I think I'll take, for vetting purposes, I'll take A and B. You want to take C and D?
I'll take C and D.
All right.
Could I interrupt real quick?
Yeah, one more thing.
Yeah. What are the rules for uploading the film? Do we have to wait for the screening, or can we just
black out and spend $300?
Yeah, say you don't share anything until after the screening.
Actually, it's in your team leader agreement that you don't screen, you don't post anything before your premiere screening.
Yeah.
Second one is
And then after premiere screening, you can do whatever you want.
That is
You just cut out. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I thought I do remember reading that, but just wanted
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Yeah, hi. Hi.
Oh.
Sorry, I just got back home.
It's okay.
Let me start the video. If I okay.
her Drag Race entrance line doesn't even exist.
Hi. How did your filmmaking weekend go?
Awesome.
Are you happy with everything?
Of my life.
How many people
One of
did
the
you
best
have on your
experiences
team?
of my life. I had a team of around 13 people. We had got so I'm the team lead. So we had the category of mockumentary.
Right.
And so fortunately for me, I got involved in not as a team lead, but I was the script writer, director, editor.
So everything. So you did everything is what you're saying?
No, not everything. Just these three things. I had a dedicated cinematographer. I had a team who was doing sound mixing for me.
Tell you how many times I missed
So a couple of guys who were doing sound mixing. They were also new guys. So it was amazing. One of the best experiences, but very tiring.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to hear
I'm
that.
glad you had a good
love
time.
to hear that. That's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
I was just telling my family members that they said, "Aren't you tired?" I said, "I may look tired, but the adrenaline is being pumping up."
You're like all jacked up. You look
All
good.
big
You don't
time.
look that tired.
I always have to say, if you're not having fun doing this, don't do it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Correct.
Do it if it's not fun.
By the way, sir, I think we have met. I came to during the kickoff. You were there, right? I did not get your name, sir. What is it?
Yes, Chris and Kurt. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I got Chris. Who's ma'am? What's your name?
Kirk.
Okay, Chris and Kirk.
Kirk, like Captain.
So, I see. Sorry, I missed the last part.
Oh, it's Kirk, like Captain Kirk from Star Trek.
Yes, Captain Kirk. James T. Kirk.
Richard in here. I'm not talking about.
So, actually,
number 10, last one for the round. That adorable little penguin is for.
We actually met during the kickoff. So I'm representing RVJ Films.
RVJ, ARVJ, right?
Yes.
You definitely were on time and eligible.
Great, and it was Group D. Mine
Yeah.
was the first name on the Group D.
Yes.
Does anyone know what that company
And
is?
we were doing mockumentary.
Yeah.
So which was a very
Fantastic.
difficult genre.
So you chose mockumentary. I love
Yeah,
mockumentary
because the
as a
other
genre.
alternative was period drama.
Fantastic.
It was like, oh, yeah, the penguin. Then it was like,
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing your film.
no.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes.
All
I would,
right.
I would,
Ali,
and please do give me your feedback. I really hope and wish that you enjoy it. It's more of a mockery of the current situation in the film industry. So, on a bit of a the antagonist is actor, a lady actor, and that's what it is based on.
Gotcha.
Excellent.
Okay. Fantastic.
Well, hey, we gotta wrap this up. 'cause
Yeah,
we gotta get home and start checking your films.
Yeah, that's true.
Great,
We do have
great.
to do that.
Well,
I'm so
thank you
happy
very
that you
much
had
for
a
giving
great
us the
time.
opportunity and
Yeah,
making us
thank
a
you
part,
for-
Kirk and Chris. You know.
Yeah, thank you
By
for
the way, what's
taking
your
part.
last name? I'm going to look you up. I think.
Link.
Are you
Chris.
KRK?
Link. What?
Are you KRK on Facebook?
Yeah, KRK
Oh,
Nordenstrom.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have helped me a
Yeah.
lot.
He is
I was
KRK.
No
Look,
pleasure.
look us up on Facebook, and then also, just to let you know really quickly, the tickets. Each team leader gets 2 comp tickets, and the tickets should go on sale for everybody else tomorrow. And we'll be sending out emails with ticket information as soon as those are live. So you'll have that information to share with your friends and family and anybody that you want to come see your screenings. So
I
we'll
see.
announce that in the next day or 2. Hopefully they'll
I
be
see.
alive tomorrow.
And Chris, what is your last name?
Flink, Flink. F like
Okay, were you
Frank.
there during the kickoff?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I think I know the lady because
Yeah,
I was
we
standing
talked
right
about much.
beside you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Nice
just
to
us
meet you
two.
virtually. Yeah.
We're your 2 city producers for Seattle.
I'm sorry, what is that?
We're Kirk and I are the 2 city producers producing the Seattle 48. So
Awesome.
we're a team.
Awesome. You guys did a fantastic job. Let me tell you that.
Thank you very much. I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
We're excited to see you. We'll see you at the screenings.
We'll see you
and-
on July 30th.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
All right, everyone.
Bye,
we're
everybody.
Gonna, we're
Yes,
gonna
you
sign
bet.
off. And-
I will be. I'm along with my team. Will be there.
All right.
Fantastic. Can't wait to see it.
All right,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Great.
Get some sleep.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Yep. Thank you.
I sent an
Bye-bye.
email for the file.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right.
Chris,
Thanks.